The 1980s wasn't just a decade, it was a cast of characters. Larger-than-life personalities who felt less like distant stars and more like members of our own family, beamed into our living rooms every day. They shaped what we wore, what we listened to, and who we wanted to be. But who truly ruled the decade? Michael Jackson. Do you remember where you were when you first saw it? On the Motown 25 television special, a figure in a black sequin jacket and a single iconic white glove slid backwards across the stage, as if gravity had simply stopped working for him. That was the moonwalk. In that one moment, Michael Jackson, the king of pop, didn't just perform a dance move. He shattered our idea of what was possible. The entire world was mesmerized. Throughout the 80s, Michael Jackson was more than a superstar. He was a global phenomenon. His groundbreaking album Thriller didn't just sell records. It became the best-selling album of all time, a feat that remains unbeaten to this day. His influence extended far beyond music, completely transforming fashion, dance, and the art of the music video. The red leather jacket from the Thriller video became one of the most desired pieces of clothing on the planet. He was an artist who painted with sound, movement, and style, and the entire world was his canvas. He wasn't just the king of pop. He was the man who taught a generation how to walk on the moon, right in their own living rooms. Madonna. While the king of pop was redefining what a male superstar could be, a powerful new voice was rising to claim the title of Queen. Madonna, the undisputed queen of pop, redefined not just music, but what it meant to be a woman in the public eye during the 1980s. With unforgettable, chart-topping hits like a Virgin and Material Girl, she became a symbol of female empowerment and fearless self-expression. She wasn't just singing songs, she was challenging conventions and encouraging a generation of young women to be bold and unapologetic. Her style was as revolutionary as her music. Her look, often characterized by lace gloves, layered jewelry, crosses, and daring outfits, became one of the most iconic and imitated styles of the decade. But Madonna's true genius was her ability to constantly reinvent herself, keeping her at the absolute forefront of the music scene year after year. A fun fact you might not know: she holds the record for the most #1 singles by a female artist in multiple countries. Her influence on pop culture is simply immeasurable, making her a true and enduring 80s legend. More than a material girl, she was the architect of her own identity, and she gave millions of others the permission to do the same. Prince. But Madonna wasn't the only artist pushing the boundaries of style and identity. Over in Minneapolis, a quiet genius was creating a universe of his own, painted in shades of purple. Prince, the enigmatic artist, captivated the world with his unique and brilliant blend of rock, funk, and soul. In 1984, he released his masterpiece, Purple Rain, a cultural phenomenon that included both a hit album and a blockbuster film, showcasing his incredible songwriting and musicianship. He was a true musical genius, known for his absolute mastery of multiple instruments. What set Prince apart was his flamboyant and revolutionary persona. His androgynous style and electric, unpredictable performances were unlike anything anyone had ever seen. He played with gender, style, and sound, creating a mystical aura that was all his own. He was a creator on a different level. And here's a wild fact: Prince's legendary vault reportedly contains thousands of unreleased songs, a treasure trove of music we may never get to hear. His influence on music and fashion continues to inspire artists around the world, solidifying his place as a one-of-a-kind 80s icon. An artist so visionary, he created a sound, a style, and a color that will forever be his own. Whitney Houston. But while Prince was mesmerizing audiences with his genre-bending creativity, Another artist was captivating the world with the sheer, undeniable power of one thing: the voice. Whitney Houston's breathtaking voice made her one of the most celebrated artists of the 80s. When she sang, the world stopped to listen. With massive hits like How Will I Know and the impossibly joyful I Wanna Dance with Somebody, she captivated audiences with her powerful vocal range and deeply emotional delivery. Her debut album became the best-selling debut album by a female artist at the time, a testament to her immediate and massive appeal. Unlike the rebellious energy of other stars, Whitney Houston's influence extended beyond music as she became an icon of beauty, elegance, and grace. In a decade of loud fashion and edgy attitudes, her poise and incredible talent felt classic and timeless. A fun fact that showcases her incredible reach. Whitney Houston is one of the best-selling music artists of all time, with over 200 million records sold globally. She didn't just sing songs. She gave the world a voice to celebrate its greatest joys and deepest heartbreaks. Sylvester Stallone. While the music charts were dominated by these incredible voices, the box office was being conquered by a different kind of hero. An underdog with a story to tell and a punch that could shake the world. In the 1980s, Sylvester Stallone became synonymous with action and determination. His roles as the determined boxer, Rocky Balboa, and the haunted warrior John Rambo made him a household name, embodying the spirit of perseverance and grit. Stallone's portrayal of these iconic characters resonated deeply with audiences, symbolizing the triumph of the common man against impossible odds. We didn't just watch Rocky. We felt his struggle, we cheered his victories, and we believed in his spirit. Stallone's muscular physique and intense performances made him a staple of 80s cinema. And here's something you might not know that proves he was as determined as his characters. Stallone wrote the screenplay for the original Rocky in just 3 days. More than an action star, he was the champion of the underdog, both on screen and off. Arnold Schwarzenegger. But Rocky and Rambo weren't the only titans on the big screen. A new kind of action hero was rising, an Austrian-born bodybuilder with a name many people couldn't pronounce and an unforgettable presence. Arnold Schwarzenegger conquered Hollywood in the 80s with his imposing physique and iconic one-liners. Starring in blockbuster films like The Terminator and Predator, Schwarzenegger became the definitive action movie icon of the decade. He wasn't the relatable underdog like Stallone. He was an unstoppable force of nature. His distinctive accent and charismatic persona endeared him to fans worldwide. Phrases like, "I'll be back" and "get to the chopper" became part of our cultural language. Beyond his acting career, Schwarzenegger's journey from being a world champion bodybuilder to becoming the biggest movie star on the planet is a testament to his relentless ambition. And a fun fact about his first career: he was the first to win the Mr. Olympia bodybuilding contest 7 times. He was the Terminator, the ultimate action hero who proved that with enough muscle and charisma, you could conquer anything, even Hollywood. Eddie Murphy. While Stallone and Schwarzenegger were dominating action, one infectious laugh was conquering comedy. In the 1980s, Eddie Murphy's comedic genius shone brightly, making him one of the decade's most beloved entertainers. He exploded onto the scene with his breakout role on Saturday Night Live, and then went on to star in a string of massive movie hits like Beverly Hills Cop and Coming to America. Murphy's versatility was simply unmatched. He could be a fast-talking detective, an African prince, and multiple other characters in the same film. His quick wit and that iconic, infectious laugh endeared him to audiences worldwide. He had a dynamic, high-energy screen presence that was impossible to resist. Here's a fun fact that shows just how massive he was. By the end of the 80s, Eddie Murphy became the highest-paid actor in Hollywood. His influence on comedy and film is still felt today. solidifying his status as a true icon of the era. The comedic superstar whose electrifying energy and unforgettable laugh defined comedy for a generation. Meryl Streep. While Eddie Murphy was making us laugh, one actress was making us feel everything else. Meryl Streep, with her unparalleled acting prowess, became the undisputed premier actress of the 80s. Her breathtaking performances in films like the heartbreaking Sophie's Choice and the sweeping epic Out of Africa showcased her incredible range and emotional depth. Streep's astonishing ability to fully inhabit her characters, mastering accents, and disappearing into her roles, earned her critical acclaim and numerous awards. She set a new standard for acting excellence, known for her grace and absolute dedication to her craft. She wasn't just playing a part, she was transforming into another human being right before our eyes. Did you know? Meryl Streep holds the record for the most Academy Award nominations of any actor in history, a testament to her consistent, decades-long excellence that truly began to flourish in the 80s. The actress who could break your heart with a single glance, setting a standard for greatness that may never be matched. Tom Cruise. While Meryl Streep was conquering dramatic acting, a new kind of movie star was being born. Tom Cruise became the ultimate heartthrob of the 80s, captivating audiences with his boyish charm and that now famous, undeniable charisma. His breakout role in Risky Business, sliding across the floor in his socks and sunglasses, catapulted him to stardom. But it was the 1986 blockbuster Top Gun that cemented his status as a leading man and a global superstar. From the very beginning, he was known for his incredible dedication, even performing his own stunts. That adventurous spirit resonated with fans and set him apart. Fun fact, to prepare for his role as Maverick, Tom Cruise actually learned to fly fighter jets. His megawatt smile and intense on-screen presence made him the face of a new generation of Hollywood leading men, and his legacy as a top-tier actor who defined the blockbuster has endured to this day. The movie star whose million-dollar smile and need for speed defined the blockbuster cool of the 1980s. Bruce Springsteen. As Hollywood was creating larger-than-life heroes, one man was giving voice to the real-life struggles and dreams of everyday Americans. Bruce Springsteen, affectionately known as The Boss, defined the sound of 80s rock with his blue-collar anthems. His monumental 1984 album, Born in the USA, became an iconic representation of American life, struggle, and hope. The title track was often misunderstood as a purely patriotic song, but it was actually a powerful and poignant look at the treatment of Vietnam veterans. Springsteen's soulful voice and poetic storytelling lyrics resonated deeply with fans, earning him a dedicated following that felt more like a community. He was known for his incredibly energetic, marathon-length live performances. Did you know? Bruce Springsteen has sold over 150 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time. He wasn't just a rock star, he was the voice of the working class. The Boss, who wrote the soundtrack for the hopes, dreams, and heartbreaks of blue-collar America. From the moonwalk to the Material Girl, from Rocky to the Terminator, these weren't just celebrities. They were the architects of our memories. They provided the soundtrack to our lives and the heroes for our movie nights. Looking back, who do you think was the single biggest icon of the 1980s? Did we miss anyone on our list? Let us know in the comments below.